thoughts, magical thoughts. All things are real unless you dream they're not. In your dreams, love is the plot, carried on wings of hope. Each of our souls intertwine when we do. Instantly we see it, the time to grow and be it, when everything is pinned on a let rise the dreams of your heart, that innocent youth, careless and kind, free to roam the breeze in love, only when two brilliantly shine as
Once upon a time, there lived a magical woman named Denise, who met a beautiful princess named Carol and fell hopelessly and weirdly in love. Denise had never met such a brilliant, dynamic woman. The two became inseparable, and Denise was smut by Carol's beauty, talent, wit, and style. Not to mention her unbelievable white, round, soft, creamy, fabulous, massive butt. Over the years, they came up with many pet names for each other, but the ones that stuck were Boog and Bee. There was never a dull moment. Although Boog was short in stature, she was big on versatility. The Bee was repeatedly amazed by her eclectic array of personas, such as fisherwoman, connoisseur, world-class camper, swashbuckler, stingray handler, specimen, landscaper, cowgirl, boxcar racer, sous chef, bicyclist, champion Scrabble player, gourmet, vampire, crokinole whiz, rock star, Mexican nationalist, court jester, jock, sun goddess, dog, cat, iguana, and country singer? Oh well. The book could be butch, or femme, a saint, or a fool. She could be meditative, or rowdy, rambunctious, or romantic. She could be a homebody, or an adventurer, a source of comfort, or a big troublemaker. And yes, the Boog could be a bit needy and somewhat impatient. Some people accused her of being a bit stuffy. And sometimes she was bossy. She definitely took the holidays way too seriously. And she had that tendency to bite off more than she could chew. And then there's that little obsession with the gripper. But mostly, the Boog was unstoppable. And the bee was unable to resist her. "What can I do?" said the bee. "She's just as cute as a button. And awfully huggable. After all, who could resist this face?" And so the seasons came and the seasons went. And the bee remained insanely grateful to own her very own book. Now, as for the bee, well, she could be a little full of herself and get bent out of shape in the oddest of ways. Truth be told, she could be crude and somewhat critical. And when the mood struck her, she could be quite the drama queen. A bit of a witch, perhaps. Okay, even downright wicked. Nevertheless, the Boog only had eyes for the bee. The two were as different as right side up and upside down. The Boog was big and brave and therefore was called the World Walker. But she was really only about 7, maybe 8 years old. The bee was in charge of the house and was known as the homemaker or domestic goddess. And she was a very old soul. And yet, they were like two peas in a pod, joined at the hip. Two halves of the same whole. There was no idea too wacky, no situation too volatile, no headache too big, no issue too tough, no annoyance too great, no indignity too humiliating, to break the special bond between the Boog and the bee. Even after 15 long years, they were madly in love. Nothing could tear them apart. For richer, or poorer, in sickness and in health, to love and to cherish, till death and beyond. Their deep and true love for each other made their hearts beat as one. Most beautiful tales that begin with once upon a time will end like this, and they lived happily ever after. The end. But this tale doesn't end at all. To this day, the Boog and the Bee can be seen hopping about the town or frolicking in their lovely home, and sometimes on bright sunny days you might find them buzzing and booging among the flowers and trees. If you see them, ask them to tell you the story about the newspaper in the mailbox. It begins like this. Once upon a time, there was a girl from Brooklyn.